Interactive ATV Trails here with another review of the Arapeen Trail Network. Just came down Route 38, Trail 38, and I'm going to be honest with you, if you're trying to get to the top of 6 Mile Canyon to the Skyline Drive, don't take 38, take 35 instead. 35 is much easier, it's not as steep, it's not as rocky, although 35 is rocky, but 35 is more flat. And like I said, it's not as rocky and the switchbacks aren't as steep. But 38 on the other hand is a beast, I'll be honest with you. You know, had I known it was going to be so difficult, I wouldn't have done it. Maybe it's just my attitude, but just coming off a long ride, I've logged 40 miles today, and I think 38 just did me in. Overall, starting at, I chose to come down 38 instead of starting at the bottom and working my way up. And either way, it would have been difficult. It is so rocky, and it's not just, you know, it's not just this kind of rocky. It's more like, picture all of those boulders next to each other, occupying the entire trail. I mean, that's what 38 looks like in a lot of spots, which makes it really, really difficult. I did pass some ATV or some UTVs on the way down. They were going up, and they seem to be doing okay. I think those, if you're in a UTV or maybe even a quad, you're probably going to be all right. But for a motorcycle, it's real difficult. But you start out at around 10,500 feet, and you drop about 4,000 feet or so until you meet up with Trail 50, until you meet up with the 6 Mile Canyon Road. So there's also a lot of creek crossings, some of which are pretty deep. There's a lot of deep ruts that are often filled with water, which makes it even more difficult. I think even those, based on the tracks that were made by the UTVs and quads, it looks like they're also avoiding those really rocky, rutty areas. But it's probably best to do it in a UTV, to be honest with you. So as far as rating the trail difficult wise, I'm going to call it difficult. It is a difficult trail given the slope, given the also sharp switchbacks, kind of like what you see here, although they're often a lot steeper. And you got to just take your time. Be aware that someone might be coming from the opposite direction, so you don't want to be speeding around the corners. You never know what's going to be behind on the other side. This trail does have a lot of blind corners, so you gotta pay attention to that and not get ahead of yourself, and don't exceed your skill level either, or else you're going to get yourself in trouble. Like I said before, if you want to just get up to Skyline and all those other trails that lead off of Skyline at the top of the Wasatch Plateau, then take this road, and you'll have a more enjoyable ride. It won't be as challenging. So, but in summary, difficult trail, very difficult.